Live in downtown Detroit, Local 4 live stream with Jason Carr starts now.
Did you practice that?
I've been practicing. I do it at home, before I go to
John
bed.
Edward Steckroth. Sounds like he should be running a stock trading firm, but no, he's here helming the Jason Carr experiment, also known as the 915-ish, assisted ably by Jacob, Kenneth, and David behind the scenes here at the
Coming a big production.
digital infotainment compound, the bunker, as it were. Good morning to you on this Wednesday hump day. Glad to see you. Everybody's all fired up this morning about a whole wide variety of topics, not the least of which clowns. We'll get to those in a minute, but depending on your perspective, the Tigers season, the Lions season, a clown car just operating on square wheels down the traveled path, and the heads of both those teams, Jim Caldwell and Brad Ausmus, something that's trending on Twitter right now is that they are one and the same person. Win or lose, this is what you get. That's my Jim Caldwell and or my Brad Ausmus. I think that Brad Ausmus deserves a little bit more benefit of the doubt. The Tigers were inconsistent, maddening really, but they also had injuries. I think Buck Showalter is on record as saying that he thinks Brad Ausmus does a fine job as manager. His final year of his contract's next year, so we'll see what they do next year. Hopefully they can avoid the injury bug and actually put together this year, 86 wins?
Is that right? 86?
Okay, so, you figure out a 1 win a month more throughout the entire season, and they're in. Google is unveiling a whole bunch of stuff.
Yesterday was a big
Pixel.
day. They had a big unveiling of all these different products. This is the new phone they've got. And of course, I just got a new phone.
You what?
I just got a new phone maybe 2 weeks ago, and then they unveiled this beautiful thing.
What makes you say that's beautiful?
It's going to be competing with the iPhone. It's just about the same price. It's got a better camera. It actually comes with a 3.5 millimeter jack, which is what everyone was so upset with the iPhone that it was going to alienate users. But it's very cool. This is the first exclusive Google phone, whereas every other Google product was made by Motorola or another company putting the pieces together, but this is entirely made by Google.
I'm sorry, while you were talking, I was Googling something. I didn't hear what you said there. But you said it's a beautiful piece of technology.
It's very cool. They make some of the best products. I use Google Drive, Google Documents, all their stuff. So, and the big thing with this phone is when you own it, you will get free, unlimited storage of photos and video, which is something that Apple hasn't come around to doing. So that's a big one. They also unveiled the home speaker.
But where's that thing? Now that's the competitor to Alexa, right?
Yes.
You can ask it stuff, but unless you push a button, it's always listening.
Yep.
It's Big Brother. It's the HAL 9000. It is listening to your every word.
And it's learning as it's listening.
And it learns?
I think so. I think that it's pulling all this information, and I don't know enough about this product. I don't see the use in it. I'm not usually just.
If you don't know, there's
questions.
a whole. There's Alexa, and there's something else too. What's the other?
The Echo.
Echo. These are these little. They look like innocuous, like Bluetooth speakers, but they're actually little bots, and you can ask them things. You can just go, "Hey Alexa, what's the high temperature for today for Detroit?" And Alexa will go, 78 degrees. That's scary stuff. Do you want something listening to you in your kitchen all the time?
I don't really mind. I don't know what I'm talking about in the kitchen, so you've got questions. How many? I just remember the one Echo commercial where the lady says, how many quarts are in a gallon or something, and it's just like, do you really not know that? Did you have to Google that one? I guess maybe.
Let's go on to Amazon.
Okay, Amazon.
Amazon updated their guidelines to prohibit incentivized reviews. And if you don't know what that is, if you can't guess from the context, That's where you go onto Amazon and you're looking for the best TV or blender or how many quarts are in a gallon. And the review, it says customer reviews, and you look down there and it says like 4.5 stars, 737. Well, apparently some of those to this point have been incentivized reviews.
Where you get a price discount if you leave a good review, things like this.
There's a little quid pro quo, a little back scratching, electronic back scratching going on there. I was not aware of this, but apparently now Amazon's going to kick that to their Amazon Vine program, and presumably the product reviews from now on will be all pure of heart.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope that that's the case. Now, while we're on the subject of Amazon, just to pay the cat tax, we've got cats and Amazon boxes, right?
Amazing how that just magically happens. When somebody that produces your show is obsessed with cats on the interwebs. Speaking of obsessed, donuts play well in corporate culture and office culture, so it goes to figure that an enterprising young person would think, hey, if I were to slip my resume into a box of donuts and somehow get that box of donuts into a tech firm that I wanted to work for, magical things might happen. I think that's pretty much how Jacob got his job here.
Actually, this is a great story. My second day as an intern, because I started here as an intern, my second day I brought in 3 dozen donuts. And on my way in, Karen Drew met me in the parking lot, and she said, "Are you new here? You're bringing in donuts? You're going to be working here in no time."
And that was in March.
That was March, yeah. That's a while back.
No, seriously, how long ago was that?
That was just coming up on 2 years, coming up soon. So
there you have it. So Lucas is his name. He posed as a delivery person. And there's the box he had made up. What does that say there, Jim?
Most resumes end up in the trash. Mine in your belly. Hi, this delivery is not a mistake. I pretended to be a Postmates delivery guy to ensure my resume was delivered to you personally.
He delivered to 40 different firms, scoring 10 interviews in the process.
1 out of 4. It's not bad.
Clowns.
Clowns. Uh-oh.
Are there creepy clowns around your woods, around your wooded areas?
This is incredible. I mean, I don't know how this all got started, but we just got this morning. Last night, a Walgreens in Brownstown was
all right,
robbed.
Stop right there. You punted that pronunciation because I called you out before we did this. He actually said in the pre-show confab, John said what? Walgreens. There was a clown at Walgreens. There are people shaking their heads within eyesight of me right now. Anyway, Walgreens is where this happened. Where?
Brownstown Township. So this happened at 9:30 last night, I believe. I think 2 clerks were assaulted. Someone in the parking lot was assaulted.
What do you think? Give us your thoughts. TV's Ken is over there ready to sprint to the printer here in the newsroom to print off your comments regarding clowns and or Brad Ausmus and Jim Caldwell. Not mutually exclusive, but what do you think? Give us your opinions. These clown sightings, these pranksters that are dressing up as clowns, and more seriously, out of Sterling Heights.
Yeah, last night a boy was injured. A man dressed as a clown used a butter knife, I guess, and cut his arm. And then just a little while later, 2 women reported that 3 men dressed as clowns scared them with baseball bats, also in Sterling Heights.
My neck of the woods.
That's Jacob's neck of the woods. And then this was just over the weekend. There was a clown standing at a car wash in Clinton Township and just waving at cars, but a lot of people were very freaked out. And
this started several weeks back, and people right out of the gate were saying that it was some sort of guerrilla marketing campaign for an upcoming Halloween release. I think it's a Rob Zombie movie, and that has not been proven to be the case. And then you get the copycats out there, and this thing gets traction in social media. And the next thing you know, you've got true, something that seems sort of creepy but harmless fun at first in the spirit of Halloween, now taking on more of a menacing air. And I think pretty much everybody's had it up to here.
Well,
the whole
I
clown
do understand
stuff.
that they're talking about remaking the movie It. There's supposed to be a 2017
Well,
release
that's
of it.
right there is Tim Curry as Pennywise, right?
Yes, Pennywise the clown. So,
Thank you, sir.
and I guess something similar to this happened in 1990s when the TV show. When did the movie come out?
When what?
The movie It.
Yeah, 1992, I believe. When it was,
So
it came
it
out.
was around that time that there was also a similar occurrence where clowns were just showing up and having sightings.
What do you
like
think
this.
of clowns? Give us your comments below there in the comment section.
Okay.
Jokes aside about Coach Caldwell and manager Brad Osmus, this is it's turned into a serious matter, and we just forgot to pay the light bill apparently.
Yep, that's the okay. The power's back on, guys.
Our viewership just dropped precipitously. No, I'm kidding. When you're talking about creepy clowns, you definitely don't want to go have the lights go out on you. That's for sure. Here are some comments. Crystal says she's got a little something something for these clowns.
Uh-oh.
Undefined what she means by that. All clowns are creepy, says James. Creepy, says Carol. Hate clowns. I will bag and tag a clown. Nothing but a distraction. Plain sad. Sherry said, did I miss it? I thought Jason was going to talk about clowns.
Here we are.
What have I been talking about for the last 5 minutes? Sherry says that this clown epidemic does not bode well for Halloween. Bad clowns ruining it for good clowns, says Richard. So we have the clown thing, and then the Coach Caldwell, manager Brad Osmus thing. We know for certain that we suspect very much so that Brad Osmus will be coming back next year for the final year of his contract. Coach Caldwell for the Lions. All right, what's next on the agenda?
We're talking about Jack White and Donald Trump. So I guess Donald Trump used a White Stripes song in a campaign ad, and Jack White and Third Man Records called it out last night on their website and on their Facebook, basically saying, regarding the use of Seven Nation Army in Donald Trump's campaign video, the White Stripes would like to unequivocally state that they have nothing whatsoever to do with this video. They are disgusted by this association and by the illegal use of their songs. So Detroit's born Jack White, unhappy.
There you have it. Beer thrown at player last night in the AL wildcard game between the Blue Jays and the Orioles. Well, the Blue Jays ended up winning. One of their fans was the big loser when he threw a beer bottle at an Orioles player going after a fly ball. Luckily, there was no collision here. Nobody was hurt. Police went to apprehend the beer thrower, but when they got to the area, he'd already left his seat. This is getting unfortunate. This world that we live in, where
You got clowns running wild. You got people throwing beers.
dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. I mean, it's gone even beyond that, though. I mean, Tim Kaine's eyebrows have their own Twitter page.
There are some great pictures that people snapshots from
His
the
eyebrow.
debate.
It's
eyebrows.
his left
it's
brow. It's this one. And while I was watching the debate last night, he got off a really good series of.
The fishhook eyebrow.
Yeah, he gets it up there. He gets it up there. Meanwhile, regarding Pence, I kept wondering why Don Draper's boss was on a debate stage. But who's going to play these guys on SNL? That's the big question.
That is a good question.
All right. Listen, coming up at the top of the hour on the TV, on Live in the D, Tati Amara is debuting a new hairstyle.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm curious. Okay.
I mean, we were playing the Pointer Sisters song, I'm So Excited, in the Live in the D office. And we were all dancing. Producing team Jamie, Tati, me, Michelle, Chris. So, be watching, 10 o'clock. Tati and yours truly will be hosting Live in the D. Check us off again today. Be back tomorrow, and we will see you.
Stay classy, Detroit.
Thank you.